linear accelerators and treatment planning, relying on them as if they had been tested over time, when in fact they have not.
In a world increasingly reliant on technology, software has become the backbone of our lives. From the cars we drive to the planes we fly, and even the rockets that explore space, software is everywhere. But what happens when the software fails? The consequences can be catastrophic. A minor glitch can lead to a major disaster. A simple error can cost lives. These are not just statistics. These are real people affected by software failures. Behind every malfunction, every crash, every explosion is a story of human loss and suffering. But there is a solution. A shield against chaos. A safeguard for our digital world. It's called Software Quality Assurance, or SQA. A meticulous process of planning, designing, and executing tests to ensure software performs as expected. SQA is the backbone of reliable softwares. It's about preventing disasters, not just reacting to them. It's about protecting lives, not just lamenting losses. So in this course, we're gonna have a deep dive in these following topics. We have 12 different chapters here. At first, Introduction to Quality Assurance and Test Management. Here you can see that we will talk about functional and performance characteristics. And here are some basics like QA, QC, testing and other stuffs. And then static and runtime testing methods. After that, we'll talk about black box, compatibility, reliability testing. And then software lifecycle and test scenarios. In this section, we're gonna cover test lifecycle and defect control, introduction to test case, and then types of test cases and their procedures. Okay, in our third chapter, we'll discuss about essential programming skills. This is not a complete tutorial for programming, We'll get some basics here, we'll introduce Git, and if you like to know more about this, you can easily find various channels or tutorials for programming. And again, our fourth chapter is about interactive programs in Java. Here we'll cover these following topics: flow control statements and arrays, array list, hash map, strings, interactive programs in Java using scanner. Okay, I don't want to mess up with all these things right now. We'll have specific sessions later. After completing all these programming basics, we'll have a chapter on object-oriented programming. In this section, we'll cover these following topics. And then our next chapter will be Intro to Abstraction, Exception Handling. Here we'll talk about exception handling, introduction to abstraction, and polymorphism. After completing all these topics, we'll start automation testing. Here we'll go through read and write files, introduction to Selenium, and finally automation testing. Next, we'll have a deep dive into Selenium. We'll cover web element interface methods, handling drop-down and keyboard, and we'll go through runtime polymorphism programs in Selenium. Okay, we're getting closer. This chapter is about automation framework. We'll cover executions, include, exclude, test case, structuring test cases and controlling test execution, and test ng also. Next, we'll have a closer look on advanced test ng for effective web service testing. Okay, in this chapter, we'll know about Postman and Newman and performance testing also. And finally, it's our last chapter here. We'll have JMeter for performance benchmarking. Here we'll do the load or performance testing using JMeter. So this is our course plan for SQA, manual and automation testing. By mastering these concepts, you'll gain a competitive edge in the software industry. This course is designed to not only equip you with in-demand skills, but also to propel your career forward. We'll be well prepared to take on challenging roles and contribute significantly to software quality.
This is perfect.